What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie298 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And it's that time of year again where we look at the Game Awards, see who got nominated for what, and talk about who is going to win. Of course, I want to hear what you have to say in the comments section below. And then this year, you're actually going to watch me cast my votes for the winners. So let's go ahead and bring up the page. Don't forget, if you decide you want to watch this on December 6th, you can watch it live on Twitch or your console, or you can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it just about anywhere. I haven't decided if I'm going to travel out this year to go to the Game Awards or if I'm going to co-stream it from here. I might actually go. If you guys remember, I won a Game Award back in 2016. Who knows? I might actually show up. So Game of the Year. I think we should come back to Game of the Year. I want that to be the final category we vote on, because I want to vote for some of those games in other categories before we really talk about the discussion. So Best Ongoing Game. This is an interesting one. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So we have Destiny 2, Forsaken. I didn't really mess with Destiny 2, so I can't really vote for that. Fortnite, as much as people love to hate on that game, they do a lot right over there. Specifically, each season doing completely different stuff and bringing in different content, and knowing that there's seasonal content with each battle pass, with each season. And I don't know, man. I don't dive into that game a lot, but I watch my friends play it every once in a while. No Man's Sky. This is interesting because No Man's Sky continues to update after all this time. And unlike a game like Fortnite or Destiny, they're not cranking out paid content. They're cranking out free content. Overwatch, very similar. Of course, they do have microtransactions built into it as well, the same way Fortnite does, even though it's just cosmetic. And Overwatch continues to get updated with cool content. And then Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. This is probably one of the most interesting games in this category, too. I've only probably put 10 hours into Rainbow Six Siege, but they have all kinds of different versions of the game, and they continue to update it. There's all kinds of different classes and stuff that you can do. Boy, these are some really good ongoing games. My first instinct is to vote for Fortnite because it's one of the most popular games, and I feel like a lot of people enjoy that game, even though I definitely do not. But I think there's a pity vote here, and I feel bad, but my pity vote goes for No Man's Sky. It's just it's a way of saying, guys, thank you for continuing to develop this game, even though you messed it up to begin with. That's my vote. Let's see, Best Game Direction. Awarded to a game studio for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. A Way Out. This is such an innovative game. I watched it get played. I did not have a constant player 2 really to sit down and play this with, so I just watched it get played, which I think is a great way to experience it. Detroit Become Human. Well, the game direction there was quite impressive. Awarded to a game studio for outstanding creative vision and innovation. See, the most innovative game is easily A Way Out here. Detroit Become Human was more of the same of the formula that those guys do. God of War, again, wow. Okay, they really did revamp Kratos. They really did make him a more vulnerable, relatable, and interesting character. So this is one of my favorite games of the year. Marvel Spider-Man, I love Spider-Man. I love Marvel. I love the Marvel formula. But this game is very formulaic. It definitely follows the Marvel formula, right? So there's not much innovation there. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an incredible game. Don't get mad at me when I say this, but it definitely follows the Rockstar formula. There's not much innovation here. So what is innovative here? If we're going for creative vision and innovation, all of these games are very, very good, but the most innovative, the most creative is certainly a forced two-player experience. Now, the problem is I didn't play through this game myself. I watched it get played, so it's difficult to vote for. I played for every other game on this list. I'm voting for A Way Out. I think because it's such a unique experience, I feel like it deserves it. I really do. So then we have Best Narrative. For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game, well, obviously, Detroit Become Human is an interactive story. It's an interactive movie, so that might very well be the obvious choice. God of War, an incredible story, an incredible narrative, incredible voice acting, incredible everything. Just everything is right about this game. Everything is just perfect about this game. So it's, again, well, let's see. Life is Strange 2, Episode 1. I did not enjoy the first Life is Strange. I don't really enjoy those story-type games. I didn't even really enjoy Detroit as much as I would a normal game. So I didn't care much for Life is Strange. I have not played the second one. Marvel's Spider-Man, of course, very good story, but again, like we said earlier, it's pretty cut and paste, you know. And then Red Dead Redemption 2, what an incredible storyline up to the point that I played. I have not completed Red Dead Redemption 2 at this time. I'm probably 60% through. Man, I think of all the stories that I enjoy. This is obviously the obvious choice here because it's got, even the God of War really took the whole Kratos formula and turned it on its head and created this vulnerable, interesting character out of this, overpowered sex god. Um, ooh, ooh. In Spider-Man, man, this is one of my favorite Spider-Man tellings of all time. So it's very tempting. It's very tempting to vote for Spider-Man here as well. But again, if we're really picking the one that stood out the most, not the most popular, not my favorite, the one that stood out the most, I think Detroit Become Human did something that none of those other games did. So I think that might be the right choice there. Best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievements in artistic design and animation, which had the best art. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Have not played through this yet. Have seen it get played. Probably watched 2 or 3 hours of people streaming it. Very beautiful game. Very formulaic. God of War, boy, I mean, even if you just look at the art here for the shot, it really does show you what an incredibly beautiful game it is. How bizarre. I have a love affair with this game, so I apologize. For those of you who hate on this game for some reason, you're going to hate this video, I think. But Octopath Traveler, now you want to talk about interesting art direction. They did something no one else has ever done. They did that 3D 8-bit sprite thing that is unique, that is different, but that's for outstanding creative and or technical achievement. Is it a technical achievement what they did? No. It is a creative, though. It's absolutely creative what they did in Octopath Traveler. Red Dead Redemption 2 is almost photorealistic sometimes. It's the pinnacle. It looks like a next-gen game on this generation. It really does. It looks like a high-end PC game on my Xbox One X. So, native 4K. It looks so good. I don't know, man. And then Return to the Obra Dinn. I know nothing about this game. I did not know this game existed until I saw this today. Have you played this? Let me know if you have. I think Octopath Traveler here is definitely an option. I think God of War is definitely an option here as well because, wow, I mean, the dragons, the bosses, the monsters, they really, really did get creative. And again, it looks almost photorealistic in points. Red Dead Redemption 2, again. But I keep coming back to Octopath Traveler because if it's about creativity, I would say maybe Octopath Traveler or whatever the heck this is, Return of Obra Dinn, one of those games might be the right choice. I think I'm going to give it to Octopath Traveler. I don't think Octopath Traveler is going to win anything else. This is probably only real chance unless there's an RPG category. I will give it to Octopath Traveler here because, again, it was creative. It was unique. It was different. So best score / music presented by Spotify. Oh, thanks Spotify for presenting this category, I guess. Commercialization. I always get on Jeff Keighley about the Game Awards, but I know he's got to at least break even, and hopefully he wants to make a profit. So if Spotify is going to support him, I think that's fine. Celeste. What a beautiful soundtrack. What a wonderful game. I'm so surprised at how great that game is. I'm so glad to see it get the love it's getting this year. God of War. The soundtrack to God of War is incredible. Oh my God. It's just so good. So score and music. We're only talking about score and music. Then we have Marvel's Spider-Man, which had a very, very good soundtrack as well. I was really surprised by that. Octopath Traveler has some incredible music and a lot of music too. Each character having its own dedicated music, and there's so much music in it. Red Dead Redemption 2 has so much music. And if we're talking about score only, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 score is very, very good. The music, the singing, the audio, the sea shanties, so much music in Red Dead Redemption 2 compared to these other games, and it's so incredible. I'm sorry. I will easily give this one to Red Dead Redemption 2. I have sat around camp for hours just listening to people sing because I love that style of music. We have Best Audio Design presented by Dolby. Hey, Dolby, what's up? Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I only really played the Blackout mode because there is no single player mode. So I don't know how you could vote for that here. Maybe I didn't wear headphones. Forza Horizon 4, a lot of good music, a lot of good sounds in this one. Sounds like a racing game. God of War, once again, I mean, there's again a lot of innovation here. You got a lot of monster noises, a lot of voice acting. You got a lot of stuff you have to do there. Red Dead Redemption 2, again, well, I'm not going to vote for the same game twice in two different categories like that, I think. One right after the other, both related in sound. So, God of War would be an obvious choice here because, I mean, they did a lot. Red Dead Redemption 2, when it comes to sound, I mean, the number of voice lines they recorded alone is staggering. And they recorded those voice lines twice. Sometimes when you're close and sometimes when you're far away, they sound different. They did the same thing in Marvel's Spider-Man, though. So Marvel Spider-Man and the sound and the soundtrack, everything in Marvel Spider-Man was good. The acting, the voice acting, everything. The sounds of all of these deserve it. This is a tough choice, except maybe Call of Duty Black Ops. I never think of sound when I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm probably spending too much time on this category. I'm going to give it to Spider-Man. I really feel like they were really, really, really decent when it came to the entire soundtrack for Spider-Man, but most notably, Red Dead Redemption maybe deserved it there, but I want to spread out my votes a little bit, spread out the love a little bit. Best performance awarded to an individual for voice acting, motion, and or performance capture. This is an interesting category. We have Brian Descartes as Connor in Detroit Become Human. I mean, Connor became a meme for a while. Connor became a meme because of how incredible of a job he did in Detroit. Then we have Christopher Judge as Kratos, God of War. Oh my gosh. He was incredible. Oh, what an incredible job that he did. Melisanthe Mahut as Cassandra in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't really know too much about that game. Roger Clark as Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2. What an incredible job. And what an incredible voice actor. What an incredible job he did as Arthur Morgan. I did not think I would enjoy Arthur as a character as much as I do currently. I don't know if I will feel differently about him as it continues. And then we have Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker in Marvel Spider-Man. Again, wonderful game and wonderful voice acting here. Yuri, you did a wonderful job, but Arthur Morgan is such a better character. Kratos is such a better character. I don't know why you wouldn't give it to Connor here, though. I don't know that Brian did a better job than others, but he became famous for the incredible job he did. Of course, so did Christopher Judge. Boy. Oh, Christopher Judge, I'm giving it to you, man. I feel like it should have been Connor, maybe. It was a toss-up between those two. They both did an incredible job. We have the Games for Impact category for a thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning or message. So you have 1111 Memories Retold. No clue what this game is. Didn't play it. Celeste, I don't even really think of this as a game for Impact. It just was a really good game. Interesting. We have Florence, which I've heard a lot about. I've seen a little bit get played, and I'm aware of it. This game, I think if you suffer from depression, I think this is a game you might want to look at. I need to play it. I probably will play it before the end of the year. Life is Strange 2, Episode 1. Nope, skipped it. And then The Missing, JJ Massified, and The Island of Memories. I know so little of these games, so if it's a game for Impact, it did not make a big impact. The only game on this list that I played was Celeste, so I'm glad to vote for it here. Very good game, not gonna lie. It's a really good platformer. Then we have the best indie game, and we have Celeste here again, which, boy, they have a love affair with this game. Dead Cells. Wow, you want to talk about a good indie game. And it just got a nice big content patch, too, which I'm looking forward to messing around with. Dead Cells got its first big content patch available on every platform. This is such a good game. A lot of people said about this game, Boogie, you would not have been aware of this game were it not for that controversy about the reviews. You are probably correct. Thank gosh for that controversy, because I played the hell out of that game. We have Into the Breach, which I finally got on my Nintendo Switch, even though it was very popular on iOS and elsewhere. I couldn't get into it. It's a fun roguelite experience. Still, I couldn't get into it. Return of the Obra Dinn. Again, I need to play that apparently. And then The Messenger. Oh my God, The Messenger is so good. It's tongue-in-cheek and goofy and silly, and it's got that Ninja Gaiden play style, and it's like a love affair to these old 8-bit. It's so good. It is. If you skip this game this year, I highly recommend this. I played it on the Switch and I loved it there. So if I had to pick though, between Dead Cells and The Messenger, I'm going to give it to Dead Cells. I really feel like The Messenger doesn't, but The Messenger is an overall better game in a lot of ways. See, this is difficult. I really enjoyed Dead Cells. I played a lot of Dead Cells. I didn't beat it a second time. I only beat it once, and then on my second playthrough, I just found it a little too difficult and frustrating. I played all the way through The Messenger. I'm going to give it to The Messenger. I'm sorry, Dead Cells. The Messenger is very, very good. We have Best Mobile Game. Donut Country. Saw it get played, did not play it. Florence, I saw it get played, didn't play it. Fortnite, I have not played on mobile. PUBG, I have not played on mobile. And Reigns, Game of Thrones, I did not mess with. Well, I feel like sometimes when we have an opportunity to vote, but we don't know enough about the issues, we don't know enough about the games, we don't know enough about the thing, we should skip a category. So I think we're skipping this one because I don't know. Then we have Best VR/AR Game. As much as I am crazy about VR or AR, augmented reality, I will tell you I only played a handful of VR games this year. Now, I did play Beat Saber, and this is one of the best ones to play. It is, as far as rhythm games go, it finally makes me feel like a Jedi. I really enjoyed it. I do not know what Astrobot Rescue Mission is. I do not know anything about Firewall Zero Hour. Moss was incredible. What an incredible puzzle platformer VR game. Wow. So glad to see that here. And then we have Tetris Effect, which I know nothing about, but I want to try it now that I know that it exists. I think Moss is a slam dunk here. As much as Beat Saber is popular and fun, I think Moss is the better game between the two. I will also say the folks over there at Moss do like me quite a bit, so there's a bit of conflict of interest there. I do like the folks at Moss, and they do like me quite a bit. So, best action game. For the best game in the action genre focused on combat, we have Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, we have Dead Cells, we have Destiny 2 Forsaken, we have Far Cry 5, and Mega Man 11. So, surprised to see Far Cry 5 did not get much love. Of course, it is just more of the same. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is more of the same. Dead Cells is an incredible action game. Destiny 2 is more of the same. Mega Man 11 is mostly more of the same. This is where I'll gladly vote for Dead Cells. As far as action games go, it is some of the best Castlevania, Metroid-style gameplay I've felt in a long time. Everything felt interesting and innovative and deep and fun, and I loved it. We have Best Action Adventure Game. For the Best Action Adventure, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I still need to play Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I don't know why that flew under my radar. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an amazing action game. I don't know if we're caring too much about puzzles. There's not a lot of puzzles there. Marvel's Spider-Man does have puzzles, not that interesting of a puzzles situation, especially the science experiment stuff. God of War is got a tremendous amount of puzzles in it, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I don't know enough to vote. So God of War is an easy choice here. The puzzles in God of War are not frustrating and annoying like some of the original puzzles. They're almost always easy to figure out, but they still change the pacing and make the game a little more fun by being in there. We got Best Role-Playing Game, Dragon Quest XI, which I have currently skipped. We have Monster Hunter World, which was deep and incredible and grindy. Ni no Kuni 2, which I dabbled with. I did enjoy quite a bit. Octopath Traveler and Pillars of Eternity 2, which I also skipped. I still need to get caught up on this. So easy vote here. Octopath Traveler. If you didn't play it, you should. If you own a Switch, you really should play it. We get a Best Fighting Game. Blaze Blue, Dragon Ball Z, Soul Calibur 6, Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. No. Soul Calibur 6, I bought and only played like 2 hours of. I just haven't really been able to get into it. Dragon Ball Fighters or Fighter Z Fighters is very good, though. Both of these games are very good. I think I'm more of a Soul Calibur fan than I am a Dragon Ball fan, though, so that seems like an easy choice. Best Family Game, we have Mario Tennis Aces, which I despised. We have Nintendo Labo, which I hated. We have Overcooked 2, which I played quite a bit with Jesse and Swift when they were here. We have Starlink, which I skipped entirely. And Super Mario Party, which I played a tremendous amount of. Super Mario Party was incredible. If I thought people would watch me stream that game, I would have streamed it. That said, Overcooked 2 is innovative, it is interesting, it is cool, and it is family-friendly, and it is frustrating, and Swift is terrible at it. Jesse is incredible at it, though. So that was probably one of my favorite experiences this year, playing Overcooked and Overcooked 2 with McJuggernuggets and his cameraman. Best Strategy Game. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. We have The Banner Saga 3. We have Battletech, we have Frostpunk, we have Into the Breach, and we have Valkyrie Chronicles. I think we're going to abstain because I don't know enough about these categories. I don't know enough about these games. So we'll skip that. Best sports and racing game. Now, you know me. I don't mess with sports games. I do mess with racing games, though. So we have FIFA 19, which I will never play. Forza Horizon 4, which was incredible, and I played tremendously. Mario Tennis Aces, which I did not like. NBA 2019, I did not like. And Pro Evolution Soccer, easy choice here for me. Forza Horizon 4. I just now started playing it because I was very busy when that game dropped. I do highly recommend it. We have a best multiplayer game, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. We have Destiny 2. We have Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, and Sea of Thieves. I mean, as popular as Fortnite is, and it is very, very good, Monster Hunter World, which does not appeal to me, is easily the best technically interesting multiplayer game. I mean, as soon as they started dropping into multiplayer, the game changed entirely. I'm glad Fallout 76 is not on this list. Easily give it to Monster Hunter World, I think. As much as that game did not appeal to me, it was still very fun to play. And I know a lot of people enjoyed it. Best student game, I think we're going to skip that category. Best debut indie game, we're going to skip this category. Best esports game, I'm definitely going to skip that category. Best esports moment or player, nope. Best esports team. So much esports stuff this year, and I know nothing about esports, so I'm going to gladly, easily skip this stuff. Look at this best esport moment. All right, here's an important category. We have content creator of the year. We have Dr. Lupo. I don't know who that is. Myth. I do not know who that is. Ninja, who I know and I have met. We have Pokimane, who went viral because she didn't wear makeup once. And then we have Willie Rex. I'm sorry that I don't know very many of these creators. I don't know these creators, but I do know Ninja. I mean, he's been on CNN. He is a household name, and I like that he's relatively clean and safe and doesn't make too many mistakes, so I will gladly vote for Ninja. Though Pokimane seems pretty cool, too. I think she's probably pretty great. All right, then finally, this is the one you've all been waiting for. We have the Game of the Year. And I've thought about it this entire time. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I don't see how that could win Game of the Year. Celeste, I know it's controversial that people have put this on the list. I do not disagree that it's controversial, but I do agree that it belongs here because it is a very, very good platformer. And I'm glad. I think if you skipped it, you really should go back and play it if you like those kinds of platformers. God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, or Red Dead Redemption 2. And I think the obvious choice for me here is either going to be Red Dead Redemption 2 or God of War. Now, this does not reflect on what will be my Game of the Year for my Game of the Year list, the top 15, top 10 games that I played this year, which I'll make probably at the end of December. This will not necessarily reflect that. I will tell you that I have an emotional love affair with God of War. That game is innovative and interesting, but more importantly to me, I think as tough of a year as I had this year, God of War was the first game I really, truly enjoyed after all the stuff with the surgery and all the other miserable stuff I went through in the last year. So I probably biased here. But this isn't my Game of the Year list. This is who I think is going to win and who I want to cast my vote for. And to be honest with you, I think I'm glad to give it to Red Dead Redemption 2 here as well, because I know that it's probably technically a bigger game, a lot more content, a lot more bang for the buck. And it's certainly going to be the game that people remember this year from. Here's the thing. Even though PC players can't play Red Dead Redemption 2, both Xbox and PlayStation players can. Only PlayStation players can play God of War. So we'll see what we're going to do when it comes time to my personal list. But here, I think we give it to Red Dead Redemption 2. Good luck, Rockstar, on winning that. Wow. All right. Well, I have to say, this year's categories were pretty interesting, and this year's nominations pretty interesting too. I really feel like this is going to be a great Game Awards. I don't know if I'm going to fly out there and do the Game Awards myself and just actually be there and go to the parties and stuff, and if I'll be vlogging that experience or if I'll be co-streaming it here on Twitch on December 6th. But if you plan to watch, let me know. Let me know what you thought about my votes. Let me know what you're going to vote for, and don't forget to vote if you guys want to. If not, just tune into the show on December 6th. This isn't a paid spot. This isn't anything like this. I just really admire Jeff Keighley. I really admire what they're doing over there, and I really admire the Game Awards because I think we need that in our industry, and I'm glad that they do it, and I hope that the Game Awards is better than it was the last couple of years. This last year, each year he seems to improve, and I hope it's even better this year. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.